Hello everyone, welcome. I'm Brian and we're back with more Banjo Kazooie. Now, excuse me, sorry for missing last week. I was actually sick. I had a migraine during the beginning of the week, and then, if you could still hear, I'm still a little sick from having a cold and things like that. So I am currently hopped up on amoxicillin and I am all set. Now, we are in the first actual world of Banjo Kazooie. And I actually wanted to show you what this is like. Now this little pink guy, this is a Jinjo. There are 5 of those per world. And we'll find those. There's another blue one out there in the distance. You can kind of see him. I can't really zoom in, but I can in post, I guess. Do it! Zoom! Okay, thank you. Excuse me. So, collecting 5 of these gets you a Jiggy. Now, there are 10 Jiggies per world. And we'll go through a lot of the other things. We're getting a lot of new things in this level. So, Jinjo 1. So, yippee, you saved me. Gruntilda has imprisoned 5 of us Jinjos on each world. So there's one for blue, green, orange, pink, and yellow. So, you collect 5 of them and get the Jiggy. Now, this down here is a Mumbo token. We need quite a few of these throughout the game, so just collect them now. I'll explain more about these later when we get to Mumbo's hut. But this is me Mumbo's token, used for Mumbo magic. That's all he says. So I'll explain what that is later. Now these 3 things here are music notes. Music notes are one of the many collectibles, and it's actually, there's 100 of them per level, so 9 levels, 900 notes. So we need these for a couple reasons. The first is because, well, we're going for 100%. But more importantly, the Grunty's Lair overworld has doors that only open after you collect a certain number of notes. So collect all the notes, get some extra bonuses, and also some of the doors you have to unlock in order to progress in the game altogether. So that's something that you guys should be aware of as well if you're following along, playing your own copy of the game. Now, some enemies, unfortunately, like this this big bull here, are invincible. They can't get knocked down or turned into honeycomb. They just kind of get stunned. But you can still get hurt, so stay away. Now this is a beehive. You destroy it, you get 3 honeycomb pieces, which is pretty useful. Now, early in the game, like now, there are not going to be any real hazards to it, but later on, if you start destroying them, bees will come out, and they will attack you, and you will lose health, so you got to be quick on your feet. Now, we got some termites here. We'll come back to this area here, but we're going to first go over to this area. We're going to get our first real power-up in an actual world, and that is going to be called the Talon Trot. If I can... Come on, bottles. There we go, I did X. Sorry! Okay, so the Talon Trot will basically we'll be able to walk as Kazooie. It's a lot faster, and we can tackle steeper slopes in the game. So we're not going to slide down. So this is a good example here, which is kind of the point because it's right next to the bottles tutorial area. So okay, can you stop talking, please? Thank you. So if we try to walk up this ourselves, we'll just slide down. Now, you can be clever and just kind of jump up, but not all slopes can do that. So we're going to hold the right trigger or left trigger and hit the opposite trigger so we can kind of start walking with Kazooie. Now, Kazooie doesn't slide, at least on really steep slopes. So use Kazooie, and most of the time people use use Kazooie for her speed, because she does run faster than Banjo, and I keep missing one of the notes. Sorry about that. Now, the benefit is obviously the speed, and the downside is obviously you get the noise. So, not always fun, but it makes things a lot easier, and you do get some weird physics with Kazooie, but it's not too bad. You get used to it. So let's get our first Jinjo. Or, not Jinjo, Jiggy. I am so sorry. I am still hopped up on medication, so... other than the amoxicillin, why is it going so slow? Oh, because I was holding a trigger. You can make it go slower holding the trigger. I didn't know that. Okay, cool. Cool. So, our first in-level Jiggy There's 10 of them per world. Okay, let's go. And as Bottles likes to explain, when we are ready to leave, we just have to go back to where we started and go onto the pad. It'll warp us back to Grunty's lair. We got some eggs here. We won't get the actual ability to use these quite yet, but we will soon. So let's kinda get these notes. Help! Jinjo! Oh, ah! I've collected enough notes to break through the first note door. Yeah, we needed 50 of them, so... Like I said, you need notes to progress in the areas of the game. It's kind of annoying, but at the end of the game you get really good bonuses if you get a lot of them, so... We'll be collecting everything. Now, this is... Conga the Ape? The gorilla, excuse me. Let me get it right. So, Conga will start throwing oranges at us, and this is... Since it's the first level, you're gonna get a lot of very easy jiggies. Like, okay, stand on 3 platforms, wait for Congo to throw his, the oranges. No big deal. So let's get an orange as well, if I can climb proper. There we go. Hey, that Congo's orange. Put it back. So we're going to take it over to this little monkey here. He wants it, and it's basically... It looks like Diddy Kong, to be quite honest, because, well, they are both chimps, but it's just really weird seeing, like, a character that resembles a Donkey Kong character in another Rare game. Which, speaking of, I would love to do Donkey Kong 64 at one point, but because Nintendo is very archaic in their copyright, I can't really do it, unfortunately. Oh, and the one thing I do also want to point out with the Talon Trot, which I didn't mention before, is if you start jumping, you can actually let go of the trigger, and you don't have to hold the trigger while you run, but when you want to just run in place, you have to. So, it is a little annoying, but let's ignore Bottle's little mound there, go up this way, and we're going to ground pound, which by jumping and hitting the trigger, why can't I hit... do I have to go talk with Bottles first? I do. Oh, I'll go talk with Bottles first before I do this area. But not the Bottles that we just passed. We have to go to a different Bottles, which there's so many different places to go in this level to start off, because you learn a lot in this first level that it's like, just how much stuff do you do, in what order, to be honest. So, oh, yeah, so this is a slope that Kazooie cannot climb. And we just slid off. No big deal. So let's just climb over, or jump, swim our way over here. And we'll climb up this hill in order to get these notes, so we can kind of get as much stuff as we can done this episode. Which, ideally, if my timing is right, we're before 10 minutes right now. So, ideally, we'll get this entire level done today. Which would be great, if I can do that. Because then you guys don't have to watch me go through Mumbo's Mountain Part 2. Jiggy. Come on, Jiggy. Get the Jiggy. There we go. And for whatever reason, Kazooie eats the Jiggies. I don't know fully why, but hey, I guess they're good. So, yeah, we learned a lot of tutorials in this first level, other than, you know, the standard stuff that we learned in the Spiral Mountain area. So let's talk to Bottles here, because we kind of need to. And this is where we're going to learn how to ground pound. The Beak Buster. Excuse me, not ground pound, that's Mario talking. Press the right or left trigger after you jump and send her slamming down hard into the floor. And that sounds very painful, and it looks painful because it looks like a WWE wrestling move. But that's just me. So this is what it looks like. And if you do it at too high of a height, you actually get hurt. So they do have fall damage in a 3D platformer, surprisingly enough. But hey, whatever. So let's get this done. Get some notes. Now each of these will... some of these huts will have different items in it. So we'll collect all the huts, and one of them will have a Jiggy. This one has eggs, which... Do we have the ability to use eggs yet? No, we do not. Okay. So we'll need to come back here, and we'll hit this center area up on the way out of the level. But let's get... Come on. There we go. There's the Jinjo. So we got all the Jinjos, and we got the Jiggy for freeing all the Jinjos. So we're just breezing through this level, so I'm thinking we're going to be able to finish this level quite fast today. Ow. Stop that. So we got a 1-up, and we got some health back, which is good. So Jiggy... There's like 4 Jiggies in this area if you plan it out right, like just this little plateau. You got the one for the huts, the one for the tower, the spinning tiki, this tower here. We Juju, Mumbo's totem pole. Feed us with nice blue stones, which they mean eggs. So you get those 2, then you got this one up here in the eye. There's like 4 Jiggies in this area alone. It's crazy. So let's go see Mumbo. Mumbo, we need 5 tokens, but we only have 4. Well, where can we get... Oh, darn, I woke him up. Me Mumbo, best shaman in all game, can help Banjo and filthy feathered friend. Oh, 1, excuse me. What? Watch it, Hut Boy. Mumbo's magic tokens hid by which find tokens, and Mumbo will help you. I know I don't have enough tokens. I know, I need 5. I have 4. I can do basic arithmetic. So we're gonna just hop up here. Now notice there's fire normally, but if you find the one that doesn't have the fire, you can kind of jump up on it, which makes sense. Oh, darn it. Okay, let's come back. We're gonna need 1 more token. Darn it. Alright, where would another token be now that I think about it? Honeycomb piece. Let's go into the termite mound. See if that has one. Does it? Yes, it does. So let's go up the termite mound. Now, we can't go up the termite mound further than there because the walls become too steep for even Kazooie. So Mumbo will help us by transforming us into things that are needed within the level. And in this particular level, we will become the termite, which we will need... Actually, you know what? I won't become the termite right now. I rethought my strategy. I'm going to go learn how to use eggs, because we will need to be the termite a little bit later, so it'll be a little inconvenient to do it now and then transform back and then get this and then go back, and I don't want to subject you guys to that when running around when I can kind of avoid it. So, let's go back here and get the switch that I mentioned earlier. Come on, there we go. So now that we know how to... Oh, darn it. Now that we know how to do the the ground pound. Since we know how to do the ground pound, we'll be able to get this switch. Now, what these switches do are... Well, they're called grunty switches, but basically what they do is you hit them, and a Jiggy will show up in Grunty's lair near the level that you are in. So it's an extra Jiggy. And since there are 9 Jiggies, or 9 levels, there will be 9 Jiggies, which gives you an effective 10, which with the 9 plus the one that you got to open up Mumbo's Mountain. So let's talk to Bottles, learn how to use our eggs. Time for the buzzard to learn the ancient ways of the egg. Listening beetle breath. Hold the right or left trigger, then press Y to shoot an egg out of your mouth. It's a little weird if you think of it that way, but okay. And Kazooie has to ask if there's more, because, well, there usually is, and if you press B, you shoot them out of your butt. Yeah, I'm not going near that one. So, Bottles will give us, I think, 50 eggs to start. Now, we already collected quite a few ourselves, so we're going to have a healthy supply. And Bottles taught us everything he can in this world, so that's all we really need. So let's... Yep. So, hit Conga with an egg, he throws an orange. Hit him again, he throws 2 oranges. Jump over the oranges and all that stuff. And you'll... It's pretty straightforward, it's very easy. So Conga will give us a Jiggy for hitting him 3 times with an egg. I don't know why. I guess he kind of made it seem like we were being like abusive, which I guess is a nod to Mario and Donkey Kong. But hey, whatever. So Congo will start throwing oranges at us again, because spite, I suppose. But hey, whatever. Now we got 8 out of the 10 Jiggies, so we're 80% of the way done. Let's wrap this level up and get on out of here. Let's get the... Come on, there we go, drop. Now the one thing that's a little annoying is when you jump as Kazooie, and you have to use... Oh. And you have to use, like, an egg or something like that. You will still, since you're holding the trigger trying to use the eggs, it will, you know, keep you in the Talon Trot, which is a little annoying. I think they fixed it in Banjo Kazooie, but I didn't really play that much yet, so... Come on, timing, there we go. So now we got another Jiggy, and if you notice, if you hit all the totem pole pieces, you won't be able to get the extra honeycomb piece. So be aware of that and do that before you destroy all of them. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get it until you leave the level, come back, and destroy all but one of them again. So now that we have enough tokens, we just got to step on the skull with the weird green eyes, and give him our tokens, and he transforms us into a termite. Now, different level, not every level has a transformation. However, we have to come back to Mumbo in order to change back, by the way. If, not every level has a transformation for Mumbo, unfortunately, but most of them do. A lot of them are kind of fun, like one's a walrus, one's an alligator, one's a pumpkin, actually. And, strangely enough, hey, where did you get those shorts? I want them. Okay, well, you can't really tell we're wearing shorts unless you look at it at the right angle, but whatever. Oh, and we have a really cool jumping voice. So, yeah, not every level has a transformation, but most do. And the good thing about some of them is, like termites, obviously, I can climb a lot easier. Oh, we got all the notes. Awesome. So all 100 notes, and we found them all on this world. Well done. So, oh, and the one thing I have to mention about notes, I'm sorry I'm bouncing around a lot with this, it's just, there's so many different things to talk about in this level. The notes sometimes glitch out, I think, on the Xbox 360 version, or the N64 version, I don't remember really. I will post in a chat, or not chat. Oh my gosh. I will post text on the screen in post, which is issued with the words. I can't speak today. I'm sorry. Today's Thursday. The episode goes up tomorrow. So I just got home from work and I'm tired. So sorry. I just had to get this out because I missed last week and I felt bad. So let's get our one up first off. And be very careful not to fall. And let's just get up to the top of the hill and get our final Jiggy. Or, Jiggy. I was right. And we got an awesome jingle because of that. So, we got everything in this level, so let's fall all the way down. But we don't get hurt. Thankfully. So, we're going to stay as a termite. And we're going to stay as a termite because we have to use the termite to get the Jiggy that we unlocked using the Grunty switch. So, if you transform, you have to go back into Mumbo's Mountain, go all the way up, transform, and come out. Now, when you transform in any of these levels and you leave, you have to, you can only go so far before it, before the magic wears off. And Mumbo will mention this, like, right now. Mumbo magic get weak, animal turn back, or magic go. So if we go a little bit further, magic all gone, and we transform back into Banjo and Kazooie, which is not too bad. We don't have to go back into the level and transform back, so it's pretty handy. So before we end, let's go unlock this note door and just end the episode. So Bottles will have to mention, oh, we need 50 notes, and have to explain what a note door is, even though I am already explaining. It's not that simple. To open it, you must collect the musical notes from the worlds. How many do we need? 50. It's on the door. I don't know why Grunty decided to do that, but hey, whatever. But yeah, so we have 100, so we got through. It's easy, no big deal. And let's go through here, and we'll see the next area of the overworld, Grunty's Lair. There we go. We got another world there. We got some more stuff. We got an enemy and Grunty's big face right there. So, in the next episode, we're going to be doing... actually, we're going to finish this puzzle over here for Treasure Trove Cove. And we'll kind of just walk around. We'll explore a little bit more of the whole overworld and see what kind of places are in the area. Things like that. It's a lot of fun, and the overworld is very expansive, so I think you guys will like it. Thank you all for watching. If you liked the episode, please like it and comment, and if you liked it enough, please share with, you know, your friends and things like that. It really helps us, and comments help me personally, because then... What? When you open the world... Why is my controller vibrating? Oh, when we open... Okay, that makes sense. So when we open a world, the enemies of that world, specific world, will start walking around. No big deal, whatever. So let's pause. So basically, yeah, if you guys, please comment on things that you liked or disliked. Even if you liked it, just tell me, because I really appreciate it. I didn't get any comments on the last episode, which I guess is good, but I would like to know what you guys particularly enjoyed, because I'm putting a lot of effort into these. Especially considering I haven't done solo in quite some time. We do have a Patreon, all that jazz. I feel weird plugging it, but, you know, it does help us, because then we can get newer games and do stuff solo for you guys as well. So please take that into consideration. I thank you all for watching, and I will see you next week. And I promise next week will actually happen, not like last time. Thank you. See ya.